Hello, come and take a seat. This is Talkaoke. We're just about to start, but we're lacking a subject. Have you got a subject for us? No, you don't? Okay, well, we'll get one. Someone will emerge. Anyway, let's just get some names. About what?
Muggy weather.
Muggy weather? Is it, would you call it muggy today?
Well, I'm sweating.
I mean, there was I don't know, in London last night there was a massive storm. I don't know if you had a big storm here.
A little bit.
We had a bit of lightning, but I was asleep, so...
Yeah, how do you know that the lightning happened?
Well, I see with one eye.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Last night.
yeah.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
I was awake trying to book myself a holiday to Iceland.
Yeah.
Nice.
And no.
Was it-
I was like, oh god. I was
Did
like,
the stormy
yeah.
weather kind of motivate you to
Yeah.
go on holiday?
Yeah, that was it. I was like, I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
I've had enough
And
of this life.
what are you looking forward to seeing in Iceland?
I don't know really.
Is it the geezers?
Yeah, the geezers and
Yeah.
and the women as well. I know. You probably want to keep this away from me.
Okay. Anyone been to Iceland? Anyone got any tips?
No, yeah. I listened to Björk when I was younger.
Yeah. Okay. I think Björk was actually.
She was from Iceland.
She's from Iceland, yeah, but I think she was actually in my local park last night.
Oh, because she's performing All Points East, the festival in
Yeah.
Victoria Park, and I think she's one of the she's got a gig.
I think it was
And she's got a
even
flat in
wasn't it
Bethnal Green,
even
I noticed.
last night? I don't know. Anyway,
it may have been last
let's.
night.
I know I've just got a round of names, but I'm going to do it again because that's actually that helps me to kind of get the thing going. So let's get some names again. What's your name?
Stewie.
And
Margot.
Denise.
and
Harla.
Emma.
and I'm Mikey. And come and sit down. Come and get involved in this. We haven't really got. Over you come. Yes, let's give them a round of applause. In you come. In you come. Come and have a seat. Come and have a seat. You're going to help us get this going. So I don't know if you just heard. We had Stewie, we had Margot, we had Denise, we had Harla and Emma, and I'm Mikey. What's your name?
Jaspreet.
And
Aminju.
come and have a seat. At the moment we're talking about. Well, there's a few things on the table. Harla's going to Iceland to get away from this country.
You asked if we've been to Iceland.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you been to Iceland? No. Would you like to go to Iceland?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you going to Iceland? What are you going to see there?
Well, Northern Lights, stay
Yeah.
in the igloo thing.
Yeah,
Look
okay.
at the stars.
Okay. Well, we haven't got an igloo here, but we have got a kind of dome-shaped thing. So this could be a kind of like practice session for going to Iceland in a way. I mean, we're talking about Iceland, but we're here with Southern Water. So there is a connection. There is a connection between.
It's a very fluid connection.
Well, not in Iceland. It's not. It's a little
Wow,
bit frozen.
exactly. It's more solid there.
Yeah.
Do you think the water freezes in Iceland on a regular basis in the pipes?
I don't know. Is it cold there in Iceland? Is that why it's called Iceland? Is it cold in the? Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, to me, I like to go on holiday to a warm place. I wouldn't necessarily go somewhere like Iceland.
I was getting a bit confused. I was talking about aisle 4 when it's freezing down there.
Where?
Iceland.
Oh, aisle 4.
You know.
Oh, right. Finally picking it up. I need more coffees for sure. Yeah. Oh, you was going to say, are you going to go and get some coffees? Fantastic, great idea. Okay, let's give Margot a round of applause for going to get some coffees. I'll have a double espresso. Okay, where are we going to go with it? So, do we need to go on holiday when we've got such a beautiful seaside here? Are we not appreciating what we've got?
Not enough.
You don't
I don't think we do it enough.
Yeah?
Look at it. It's lovely. I could easily go in that right now.
Yeah? Have you been swimming in the...
In that sea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Quite
You have.
tempted right now.
Yeah? Okay.
Tasty.
Anyone else? Have you been swimming in the sea?
Not this day, no.
Are you from Brighton or you just come to visit for the
Just
day?
come to visit for the weekend.
Where have you come from?
Bedford.
Bedford. Okay. And you as well?
Yeah, Bedford.
Okay. What do you think of Brighton?
It's nice, it's quite unique, quirky.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is quirky about it?
All the lanes, we went to see the lanes.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
the food and the small stores. And
Yeah.
It's quite
Okay.
quirky.
Anyone here from Brighton? Give these guys some tips about what to go and see.
Nightlife.
Nightlife?
Great nightlife. Like to party, then come back for a good weekend.
Anywhere to recommend nightlife wise?
I like the lanes. I like all the little
Yeah.
bars out back, the little tucked away ones.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Did you enjoy the nightlife last night? Did you go to any bars or anything like
We
that?
didn't, did we?
No.
We went for food.
Yeah.
New pasta.
New Poster.
What's it called?
New Poster.
New Poster. Do you know?
Opposite
Yeah.
Walkabout.
Yeah. Come in a bit closer, because you're a bit. Come in a little bit, because my arm's not that long. Any? Are you from Brighton, Stewie?
No, I'm from Worthing.
Worthing. Okay. Is there a little bit of needle between Brighton and Worthing?
Not particularly, no. I'm not aware of. I just love everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
What about in Bedford? Have you got like any rival towns? Is it like Luton or anything like that? Do you?
I wouldn't say that's a rival. Everyone just goes to Milton Keynes because it's much better.
What has Milton Keynes got that Bedford hasn't got?
Shopping centre.
Yeah.
Things to do.
More things to do in Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I personally think of Milton Keynes and I just think it's like the place is kind of like a sort of characterless place, but it's actually not like that.
It's got loads of shops and restaurants and things, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so it's a good place for shopping. Anyone here like shopping? Are you a fan of shopping?
Online shopping.
You
That's as
prefer
far
to
as I
go online?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like parking. It's fun. Yeah. Parking in Brighton's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I literally hate online shopping.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to the shop, buy something, try it on, and know that I can walk away with it. Not have all these delivery issues.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
the
so you
worst.
don't really like the online shopping? Yeah. Okay.
No.
What other people online shopping, or you prefer the real life?
Happily do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do both, really.
Do both.
Are you one of these people that goes and tries stuff on in the shops and then
Yeah.
buys it cheaper
Oh
online?
no. I ain't got
You do that. You do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I kind of do that as well. I mean, and Rick definitely does. You try stuff in the shops and then buy it cheaper online.
I can't be asking the shops anymore.
No, that's the thing is no one goes to shops anymore. So what's going to happen to all these shopping centres and stuff like that? Hello. Yeah.
I mean, like,
Come in, Rick. Well, we should actually introduce Rick because Rick's going to attempt to visualise the conversation. What are you going to say?
I guess I do with shoes.
Yeah.
Just because of weird shape, I've got narrow feet, so I have to try shoes on. Otherwise, I can't be asked to order something and then have to send it back. So I'd rather
Yeah.
try it on in the shop, and then I'll probably buy it then. If it's a similar price, if I'm saving maybe I don't know a couple of quid online, I might as well buy it in the shop.
Our shop's going to die.
Certain shops.
Yeah.
Certain shops. I don't think all shops.
You're nodding, Denise. You think they are?
Yeah, it's just, I just thought, I think the way the building's going.
Yeah.
Seems to be flats and houses going everywhere at the moment.
So it's going to, is Milton Keynes going to become a kind of ghost town if online shopping carries on and that these shops won't survive?
No, it depends on your age.
Yeah.
I feel like, because
Yeah.
I work in marketing, so I'm just gonna say,
Yeah.
the older you are, the more likely you're gonna go to the shops.
Okay,
unless
so-
you're-
So the shops
Yeah.
become a kind of place for like the grey pounds, let's
yeah,
say.
yeah. So certain shops will probably stay.
Okay.
Yeah, like-
Who do you do marketing for? Or can you not say?
Just
Can you give us a
small
clue?
company in Bedford.
Okay. All right. What do other people think? Are shops just going to become kind of like places for those with the grey hair?
I think the shops that do well are the ones that offer an extra service, like a decent cafe and a bit of lunch. I think that it's going to start expanding out
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
almost like social spaces, less so about the shopping. But
Yeah. I mean, my mum hangs out in Bluewater in the John Lewis Cafe. You can find her there most days. So I mean. Yeah, I mean, I guess there is a space for it, but is it going to be a place where there's no kind of, there's all the young people are all online? I mean, this kind of links into the discussion we were having yesterday, that the kids are just online all the time. Are they actually going to socialise in real life? Or is that just going to be for the old people?
I don't know. I've got a 2-year-old. Well, he's not even 2 yet, and even he's like, iPad. Picks
Right.
up the iPad
Really?
and he's straight on his little YouTube channels. He obviously watches his
As a
brother do it,
2-year-old?
but he's not even 2 yet, and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Okay.
I don't like it personally. I like the old school. I'm not being funny. You go out and playing Bulldog and
Yeah.
Kirby and all those little
Yeah.
old school games that
So-
you used to play.
So your
games
kids...
they banned because they were too dangerous.
Yeah. Your kids should really be
Proper
playing out
renegade.
on the street, really.
Yeah, and come home when the street lights go out. Love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't got any street lights.
You
anymore.
don't have, there's no street lights down here.
Sorry?
There's no street. Is that in Worthing? Have they got rid of the street lights?
Well, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just joking, yeah, but yeah, it's not as like it used to be. I think.
Is that because no one's going out? You don't need street lights anymore? Are your kids playing on the iPad too much? That's what we're talking about at the moment. No, you don't let them. Okay, interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Yeah. I mean, is there a sort of advice? Have you got kids? No. Have you got like nieces or nephews?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think they spend a bit too much time on the iPads?
Yeah. My niece comes over, iPad straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Give it to them though. That's the thing. That's all they learn. If you take them out and start playing with them yourselves, instead of being on your own phone
Yeah.
and start interacting, they're going to start doing things and picking it up. But if you only expose them to technology, that's all they'll learn.
Yeah. I mean, is there a good side to it though, that they're kind of, they're learning how
Quicker, but you have to get a balance of both in this age. That's the
Yeah.
thing. You can't just say bring them up in an old school way. You have to do a bit of both, so they're not left behind either.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's getting a mixture and a balance of both. But show them there's more to life than just your screen.
Yeah.
They'll be wearing glasses and like within a couple of years anyway, and little things like that. They won't socialise with other people. They won't. It's not great on their health as well to be locked up playing computer games all day.
So are you saying that if you spend too much time on the screen, it actually affects your eyesight?
It does, yeah.
Oh, really?
So I'm in the medical profession, so
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to go down the education and health route.
So it's bad for your health to just be looking at a screen all the time. Is it bad for your eye
You need to get blue
health?
filters on your screen so it doesn't upset your eyes as much.
Really?
Yeah, nightmare, that's it, blue screen, because you weaken your eyesight. and
Really?
you strain it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, genuinely.
Okay.
Yeah.
iPhone's got like a night mode that can actually turn your screen like more yellow of an evening, and
Right.
it does it. The minute it starts to get about 5-6 o'clock, sometimes it takes.
On the Samsung, you can just have a blue filter on all the time. Yeah.
Is that just because it disrupts your sleep, or is that actually for your actual vision? Really? Oh my god, I didn't know that.
What? Okay, so
It's a computer screen all day and you're staring at it, it will weaken your eyesight and you'll start to strain more. So
right, okay.
yeah, you have to always take rest, and it dries your eyes out as well. If
Okay.
you're staring at a screen.
So I mean, what is the ideal amount of time to be looking at a screen before you need to look away and go and look at nature or something like
You
that?
need a cup of tea or coffee
Yeah.
on bed.
Yeah.
Some comfort.
I mean,
get your job done and go.
a long,
I believe it's every 2 hours.
right, 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah. And how much
Yeah.
break would you say you need every 2 hours?
Every 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. Every 2 hours.
So 2 hours on, 2 hours off.
Yeah, man.
Okay, all right. So, are you staring at? Come on, get involved in this. Are you staring at the screen too much? Are we living in a world where everyone's looking at the screens? How do we get people to look away from the screens? That's the question here. Anyway, come and get involved if you want to. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, come on. Let's find out at least who you are. We can help you. We can help you. Okay. All right.
2 hours.
Yeah, is it 2 hours on, 2 hours off? That's what we're proposing here. Okay, longer. All right. Come on, yeah, come and get involved. Oh, are you staring at the screen too much? That's what we're talking about at the moment. Snapchat. But isn't that? It's only 15 seconds. That's not too bad, is it?
Well, if you put it on your story and then the kids are like little filters,
Yeah, they're just going.
through.
They're not just doing one. They keep doing it.
Life's going to become a filter at this rate.
Yeah. So basically, we're spending too much time online. And we talked about a little bit about this yesterday. The sort of the addiction of all these things, like Snapchat. And we had all the kids, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm addicted." They were quite.
Therapy. Did this become like
Yeah,
a
it
therapy
became a little bit
table?
of a therapy session. But
Hi, my name's Denise, and I'm addicted to Snapchat.
I mean, nobody really wanted to escape their addictions. Are you addicted to Snapchat? Up there?
Instagram.
What? Instagram? Facebook? Twitter? You're not part of the Twitterati? No. Come and have a seat on the table of chat. This is Talkaoke Freeform Talk Show. At the moment, we're talking about, are we addicted to technology?
Happy birthday.
Whose birthday is it? Is it your birthday? Come and have a seat on the. Come and have a birthday session. Happy birthday anyway. Yeah, thanks for that, Denise. Thanks, well spotted. Okay, so addiction. Are you, Stu? You don't look like you're a sort of person that's addicted to technology. Would you say?
No, no, I'm not very keen on Facebook or anything like that. I don't do Twitter.
Back with the coffees. So now we're really going to get this conversation going. At the moment, we're talking about: are you addicted to Instagram, Facebook, all of these things? Is it a good addiction? Is it a bad addiction?
Well, I had to kind of pause a little bit on Facebook because I realised that when I'm not doing anything, I'm just checking Facebook, and that's really wasting my time. Because really, when I stopped, like, whenever I'm like not doing anything, I'd switch to Facebook. But now, every time I'm not doing anything, I do it I look at stuff that actually teaches me something, or I spend more valuable time. And overall, I felt like my brain kind of benefited from it over a period of a week. So I'm just trying to...
your brain benefited from a little bit of a...
Facebook detox, and I feel like I know new information, but also I think it's healthy to take detox from like too much information, because there's just too much.
Right.
And that goes for reading newspapers.
So in a way we need like a sort of information blanket, or an information sort of... A holiday, yeah.
That's it, just a holiday.
Yeah, no, I bet they've got really good internet in Iceland. You know anything? Will you, when you go to Iceland, will you be taking your phone with you? Will you be...
Yeah, the only reason I'm taking my phone and I'll be using it is because I need to drive from one place to the other, so I'll need the sat nav.
Right.
But other than that, that's allowed, and phone calls.
Will you be Instagramming the geezers?
No, I'm not really. It's kind of passed me by, this whole kind of social media thing. I'm on Facebook, but mainly for just kind of really unhealthy kind of videos about baking. Just kind of like, oh my god, you know these like cheap bakes, which are just add sugar and chocolate, and it's bakes, and you're like, yeah, that's a good idea. That's what I need.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. That tasty.
Yeah.
Oh god, like when I started, because I quit eating sugar, not like consciously. I quit eating sweets, but then what I found myself replacing it with is just, in my evening feed, I'll get like the feed of like the taste or whatever, making like cakes out of like M&Ms and Mars bars, and I was like, once I watched that, I'm like, I don't want any sweets. I'm good, thanks.
Right. So instead of eating the sweets, you're digitally intaking. What do you think? Do you like M&Ms? Would you rather watch an M&M video or eat M&Ms?
Cheers, thank you.
Give us a final thought.
Oh, we've got a train to catch.
Yeah? Well, back to Bedford. You're on the Thames Link.
We are the 2.5-hour train.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Are you gonna take some sweets with you on the train, or are you gonna take a video of sweets
like I said,
to watch?
I'm going to be the one saying you're going to get diabetes and obesity.
So you're going to watch a video
of that parent saying, why are you feeding your chicken?
So you're going to watch a video about diabetes instead?
No, I'm going to be there chatting away to her. But,
okay. Okay. Well, have a safe journey. Thanks for being our very, very first customers here and helping us warm this up. Come and sit down. Come and get involved in this. Come on. We have got Stewie, we've got Margot, we've got Denise, we've got Harla. I'm Mikey. Come and have a seat on the table of chat. At the moment we're talking about what Margot does. Instead of eating sweets, is she watches videos of M&Ms being baked into chocolate instead of eating them. Isn't that a bit weird? I think it's a bit weird. Although I'm supposed to be non-judgmental on the table. That's a point for later on, yeah. I'm not supposed to say things like, that's a bit weird. Anyway, so what's your names? What's your name?
Farah.
What's it?
Farah.
Dara.
Farah.
Farah.
Star.
Yeah?
Blake.
Blake.
Yeah.
Are you related to each other?
Yeah. They're sisters.
You're sisters.
They're twins. I'm their older sister.
Okay. Come and have a seat on the table of chat. At the moment we're talking about addiction to phones. Are your children addicted to iPads? Or are they banned from iPads? Have you got an iPad?
Yes.
You do? What do you do on it?
Well, yesterday I started playing on an iPad, and I
what were you
built
playing?
my own. Well, I was playing Minecraft, and I built my own house, but I got lava, and then I accidentally.
Did you destroy it with the lava? Okay.
But I'm in the middle of making another one.
Anyone here familiar with Minecraft? Anyone play Minecraft on this side of the table?
What is it? Like Lego or something?
What is Minecraft?
Like Lego, where you're playing on an iPad or a phone or something, and you can basically choose stuff. You have 10 things you can choose, and then you could always change those things around, and it's basically you can have a survival mode or a creative mode. I'm on creative, no creepers.
Well, you're on creative mode, okay. Is it like Lego, just to answer Denise's question? You say yes.
It is. It's just like blocks of Lego, but like you don't have the circles, you can just stack with that.
So there's no little circles that you click into each other. Stewie, have you heard of Minecraft? Are you familiar with it?
I have heard of it, I have played it, but I'm not addicted to it.
You're not addicted to it? How do you know? You're just saying that. Are you addicted to Minecraft, would you say?
Well, kinda. I've literally been playing it all morning and all for yesterday.
Okay, is it a good addiction or a bad addiction?
Good.
It's a good addiction, okay.
Usually sometimes me and my sisters make chaos together, but since I'm doing this, it's a bit easier.
We're talking about addictions on the internet. What are you addicted to? Stewie's not addicted to anything. It's very healthy. You were addicted to Facebook, but now you're having a detox. Are you addicted to anything? Are you addicted to the internet? That's what we're talking. Come have a seat. Couple of minutes. We have got we've got Stewie, we've got Margot, we've got Denise, we've got Harla, I'm Mikey, we've got Star, Farah, and Blake. Come and have a seat. Come on. What are you familiar with Minecraft? Do you know what that is? Minecraft is a phenomenon that's taken the kids by storm. It's like Lego, but it's online, and there's no little circles. You have to just like make stuff. Do you go on the internet at all? What sort of things do you do? Facebook? Yeah. Are you addicted? No, you're saying no. Okay. Anyway, come and have a seat if you want to. Come on. Yes, you know you want to. Maybe not. Anyway, so we've got Rick. What's this? This is like, what's this? This is like addicted to the internet.
It's also eye strain.
Oh, eye strain. Okay. So, yeah, because is it healthy? Is it healthy for your eyes to be looking at a screen all the time?
It doesn't look real.
Is that a robot dog?
No, I don't know.
No, that's definitely a real dog.
It's like a teddy bear.
It's so cute.
Anyway. Is it bad for your eyes to be on the iPad all the time? Come a bit closer, Farah.
If you're on it all the time, your eyes will start to hurt.
Yeah.
But it's a bit safer to just be on it for about an hour for one day, and then...
Yeah, you say 2 hours.
I would like to know.
Yeah.
So, does Mummy let you play it? Do you have like a certain time of the day you're allowed to play it, or is it just a short time?
We're allowed as long as we want, as long as we go to bed on time.
Right. Okay. What is going to bed on time? What sort of time is that?
Well, 7-ish, 8.
Oh, 7, 8, 7-ish. 7-ish.
Sometimes we do it at night.
Yeah. Oh, really? I mean, it's a kind of a holiday moment at the moment, isn't it? So
I've stayed awake for like the whole night.
Really?
Just because I watched Goosebumps, the film, which isn't that scary, but there's a really creepy character.
Yeah.
I was at a slumber party.
Goosebumps, the film?
Yeah.
And what's the name of the scary character?
I've forgotten his name. It's it's a dummy, which is like, it's this puppet which is alive, and it's got this really creepy voice in it.
Yeah, a living puppet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't really play on the iPad at night time.
Okay. So you're, when it comes to night time, that's it. No more iPad. Where do we want to go with this conversation? Do we want to talk about scary characters? Do we want to talk about addiction to internet or even television or films?
There are some people who are addicted to like being scared as well. That's another thing.
It's like a sort of a horror addiction.
Like being, So like you see like horrible things, and then you kind of you can't help but like watch it and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to that.
You're addicted to scary
It's just
things.
Sometimes I don't like it, but sometimes in films when there's stuff which I really want to see, but then I'm actually disappointed. But when it actually
Yeah.
is, but when it actually,
So it's the anticipation. It's like the build-up.
Yeah, but when it actually is there, I'm kind of a bit
So I mean, why do people like watching scary films? It kind of doesn't really make sense, does it?
It's exciting.
Is it exciting, Star?
Yes, and also when I watch scary stuff on YouTube, I'm really disappointing because it's not scary.
Okay, so it's all about the build-up, and then when the scary thing comes, it's not actually scary enough. Okay, that's interesting. Why do people watch scary films? That's what we're talking about at the moment. Okay. Blake?
I am addicted to stuff about thriller.
You're addicted to what?
Thriller.
Thriller?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the 80s pop video? Okay, with the dancing zombies? Okay, interesting.
That reminds me of something really cool I did.
Okay.
I did this kind of Let's Dance thing with my class, and I was actually doing thriller like actions and walk like an Egyptian and stuff.
Oh,
it was really cool.
Okay, well I'm pleased that these 80s references still make sense to the young people.
It was about time travel.
It was about time travel into the 80s.
Yeah, like through the time, like pop songs through the time.
Okay, well I'm sure this side of the table can relate to the Michael Jackson video. Maybe they're, I don't know, a little bit too young to know about Walk Like an Egyptian, but I certainly can relate to that. What I mean, any views on this? I mean, has it lasted the test of time? Well, obviously it has. The Michael Jackson Thriller.
It kind of evolved into this thing that people do together, because like people get together in groups and they do they do the choreography together. And that became like from just passive watching, people actually got involved and learned the steps, and they like really like actually do it. And it's like a
So it's about dancing together in a way and doing.
Yeah, I think they did it in a prison as well once.
They did it in a prison.
Just like they got all the prisoners to.
I mean, was it a kind of punishment, or was it that?
Wow, quite. I don't know. Maybe it was a punishment. It's like if you dance the Thriller dance well, then you'll get like early release or something. I don't quite know.
You dance it well, okay?
Yeah.
Where did you learn it?
Well, since I had a dance teacher to help me with like dancing, since I was in a dance competition with lots of people from year 3. This was last year. And basically it's where.
So you learned it at school, did you, or was it?
Well, yeah, I learned it at school, and it was just like so fun.
Okay.
Time travel.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to go back in time, but I'd like to go 500 years into the future.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think you'd see 500 years in the future? Will people still be watching Michael Jackson Thriller?
Yeah, I think there'll be real zombies.
Yeah, there will be real zombies in the future. Okay. I mean, what do people think? Maybe that's a good question. Thanks, Stu. What will the world be like in 500 years' time?
I know what it will be like.
Yeah.
It's going to be like the sun's going to be really close to the earth, and it's going to be like the end of the world.
Okay. In about 500 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Will we need extra sunscreen at that point? No.
Because the whole earth would be burned.
Okay, so the sunscreen would be kind of a little bit.
I would need sunscreen.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to burn.
Okay, so you would go for sunscreen. Would there be any point?
There won't be any point.
Yeah.
The sun's basically hotter than lava, and it can destroy a planet just by hitting it, like.
And you reckon that's going to happen in about 500 years?
Yeah, I think in about less than 500
years. Okay. All right. Okay, so you heard it here. The end of the world in 500 years' time, the sun's going to come too close to the earth and we're all going to burn. You heard it here first. Have you got an alternative view of the future? Do you agree? Yeah?
Or in the future, probably about 200 years later, robots are going to take over the Earth and exterminate everyone, just like in a Doctor Who episode.
Okay, so which one? How's this going to go? How is this going to go? Are we going to get exterminated by robots? Is the sun going to come too close? Any views on this side of the table? How is it going to end?
I am thinking, what's that film where the cars turn into robots?
Transformers.
Yeah. I'm thinking Transformers.
You think that Transformers are going to take over the...
Yeah, I want a Bumblebee.
Okay.
I'm liking that.
We're talking about how is the world going to end? Is it going to be the sun burning us up? Is it going to be robots taking over? Any views on this?
Minions.
Minions
Minions are going to take over.
Okay.
That old people are going to take over.
Old people?
Like in Doctor Who.
Is that what happened in Doctor Who?
Yeah, in one of the Doctor
Are they going to start off from Blue Water or Milton Keynes Shopping Centre?
Snakes out their mouths.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, what's that?
They have eyes in the mouth and they shoot out poisonous stuff, which turns you into dust.
Okay, these are old people you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, are old people going to take over the Earth?
I know something which is definitely
Hang on. Let me just try and spread this out, this idea, because it is important. How is the world going to end? Are old people going to take over the Earth? That's the theory here on the table. Come and tell us. What is your view? How do you think the world's going to end? We've had robots taking over, the sun coming too close. But these girls think that probably old people are going to take over the Earth. And they're going to spit poison or something like that. Come and have a seat. We've got Farah and Blake and Stewie and Margot and Denise and Harlan and Mikey. What's your name?
I think I'm Paul.
Yeah. Grab the mic.
I'm not going to. No. I think humans and computers will destroy the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will it be the humans or together?
Well, humans have to operate the computers.
Right. So some humans will push the button and they will actually destroy the.
Spot on.
Okay.
How do you feel about that comment?
Yeah, you Donald Trump. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily technology or human beings, but the combination together is dangerous.
The bottom line is that the humans will destroy the planet.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
Yeah.
They're doing it now.
Okay.
They're bombing each other and that.
Yeah.
And technology, as it's getting better and better,
yeah,
the technology will take over, operated by the humans. Laser-guided missiles, nuclear weapons, you name it.
Okay. Are humans going to destroy the Earth? And is that just what human beings do?
I think Donald Trump is going to destroy the Earth with his madness.
So you think it might be Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good possibility.
Yeah.
Well, I think aliens are going to make friends with humans.
Okay, so the aliens will make friends. Will they help us to keep the Earth intact, or will they?
Yeah.
Okay, so the aliens maybe might help us here. I don't know. What do people think? Do you trust human beings?
I don't trust human beings, but I think aliens have helped the humans in the past.
Have they?
In past centuries.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at the Egyptians and the Incas.
Okay, so have we been benefiting from alien technology already?
Well, I don't actually believe in aliens.
Yeah.
The only aliens I can imagine would probably be bacteria.
Bacteria might be aliens.
Not little green men.
Okay.
And whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe bacteria.
Yeah, maybe bacteria have come from other planets.
The conditions are right.
Okay. So where do we want to go with this conversation? Do we want to talk about the end of the world? Do we want to talk about aliens and where they come from? Come and have a seat around the table. It's electrically safe. It's been tested.
We're starving. We're going to have some breakfast.
Well, we're here all day, so you're very welcome to come back. But we still need to know where we want to go with the conversation. Do we want to talk about aliens? Do we want to
talk about something really cool?
Yeah.
So what if, since we're doing a lot of polluting, what if if mermaids and mermen existed, they would come back for revenge and kind of destroy the planet, but the planet's kind of covered in water, so they roam.
Okay, so pollution, water. We're actually, funnily enough, we're sponsored here by Southern Water today. Are mermaids and mermen gonna come up for revenge because the water is not clean enough? We're polluting them.
I think maybe Southern Water could like consider like rebranding or like throwing in like a new motto, like keeping the water clean for mermen, you know, or something like that. Just just kind of make people stop and think, because people are polluting water, but like we're protecting it for mermen to come or something,
You're focusing on the mermen rather than the mermaids.
I mean, I don't mind, but I think you can be like merman and mermaid, like two alternative mottos, because I feel like keeping the water clean for mermen and mermaids just gets a bit long.
I mean, is there like a sort of catch-all term for mermen and mermaids together? Merfolk.
Merfolk, is that a thing?
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, what about it? I mean, have Southern Water got an answer to this? Are you actually protecting the merfolk, or are they going to come up and ask for their revenge?
On known wildlife such as fish and things like that. So in terms of kind of making sure that seawater quality, as well as rivers for fish, eels, and kind of natural habitat. So known wildlife we look after, but mer people are not. I don't know. I mean,
do you know that they don't exist?
Well, we don't know that they don't exist, but assuming that they are a little bit like fish, then we kind of look after them in that way.
All right. So if you assume that they've got similar requirements to fish, then you think they're okay, they're safe. Yeah.
I actually have proof that mermaids and mermen exist.
Yeah.
Since two of my friends, one of them was swimming and they found a dead mermaid body on the ocean floor.
Yeah.
And then the other one of my friends was sunbathing on the beach with one of her friends, and she saw a dead mermaid body.
Really? Do mermaids exist? That's what we're talking about now. Have you ever seen a mermaid or a merman? Paul, have you got a final thought for us?
Yeah, what's the best restaurant to get a nice fry up?
Okay, I don't know anyone.
The IP60. You can get really nice food from there.
Sounds a bit.
That place there.
The big place with the giant donut that goes up and down.
I always found the smaller places are better.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not from Brighton. I can tell you about a good place.
Little Preston Street. There's loads of restaurants up there.
There you go, you've been there.
Okay, what is it? What street?
Little Preston Street.
Little Preston Street. Okay.
Also go to Murmur over there. It's really good.
Murmur.
My mum's been there.
Is that mermaid based? Murmur?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've got a. You're saying that mermaids do exist, and you've seen the mermaid bodies. So are the mermaids having like issues? Are they not surviving because of pollution, or what's going on with these mermaids?
I think it's our fault because some people drop rubbish and then it flies away into the sea and it kills fishes.
Okay, so the rubbish is killing the fish and possibly the mermaids too, merfolk.
And then we eat fish and then we die.
Okay. All right, so if you eat fish too, you're getting the poison. It's going to get passed on. I don't know. Where do we want to go with this? And what do people think about this mermaid speculation?
I quite like the idea of mermaids and mermen, merfolk.
Yeah.
Be just like being around. I think that could teach us something about the environment, because I think as humans we think we know everything because we know a lot of things because we do our scientific experiments, that kind of stuff. It would be good to actually like interview a fish, or like I think merman or mermaid would be like a good way of just like get a vox pops, like what is actually happening with the sea,
I mean, look, we've got the Southern Water van here. Maybe we need like a little tank next to it with some merfolk.
I'm up for that. I'll do that.
You'll do that?
I'll dress up.
Okay, you'll do it. Mermaids? Do you believe in mermaids or mermen? Merfolk? Are we come and have a seat. Come on, give us a couple of minutes. Are we protecting the mermaids? Because the issue here is that the mermaids they're getting washed up dead on the beach. Are we protecting them enough?
What language do they speak?
What language? I don't know. What language do they speak?
I don't know that, but I have seen a huge mermaid herd, like
Yeah.
It was on camera.
Yeah.
Where like someone was on a helicopter.
Yeah.
And it wasn't dolphins. It was actually a whole herd of mermaids swimming in the sea.
Wow. Okay, so they swim quite fast like dolphins. Okay. So we need to protect the merfolk. We need to get their point of view really, but we don't even know what language they speak. Do you know what language they might speak? Have you ever seen a mermaid?
No, I've never seen one. No.
No? Do they exist?
I don't know. I've never seen one. So
You're open-minded about it?
Yeah, I'm always open-minded about everything. Yeah.
Are we doing enough to protect the merfolk?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, I don't think so. I don't think we look after the environment. No.
Okay, so maybe we're not. Maybe we're not doing enough to protect the mermaids. Yep.
What they speak?
What language do they speak?
I think they speak like, since they're underwater, I think they might. I think they might
Finnish.
either speak like us.
Yeah.
Or they could speak
Yeah.
like if fish were trying to speak when sometimes bubbles come out of their mouth. If it was going blah. Like
Okay,
that.
so it's more like a like that kind of like a bubble language. Okay.
Maybe other people know what mermaids speak, but I think Finnish is a good.
Finnish is
shout.
a good. Well, let's say maybe Finnish. Are we not doing enough to protect the environment for the mermaids? Yep.
I think we're not doing enough to protect us and the mermaids.
Okay, so it's us too. Are we doing enough to protect mermaids? And you say no. Come over here. Come tell. What can we do to protect the mermaids? Okay, you're being dragged away. I know that, but this is a very important issue: the survival of mermaids. We don't. What's that?
I said we don't look after ourselves. We don't look after our own environment.
Yeah. What one thing could we do to improve our environment?
Stop driving.
You think people are driving too much? Okay. Maybe we could go around the table on this. What one thing you think we're not doing? Well, sorry, what's your name?
Sia.
Sia. So Sia's saying we don't look after the environment enough. One thing we could do. Sia says stop driving. Hala, what one thing you think you could do to protect the environment?
What one thing could I do?
Yeah.
Probably more like renewable energy.
Yeah.
Because I think the amount, given that it's a pretty cold country, I think we use a huge amount to kind of heat our homes.
Yeah.
And probably use water more wisely.
Okay.
In terms of, making sure that there's enough water for the environment. So kind of, taking shorter showers and all that kind of.
Yeah. So have a shorter shower. That's one thing you could do. Come and have a seat. We're talking about mermaids at the moment. What can we do to protect the mermaids? Yeah, so put more stuff in the water. Okay, so get rid of the rubbish going into the water. Okay. What do mermaids actually eat? Thank you. What do mermaids actually eat?
Fish food.
Fish food.
The lady just shouted.
Yeah.
Seaweed.
Seaweed. Okay. Seaweed. Yeah.
And also, I think we should definitely stop driving, but I think we should cycle, like.
Yeah.
Everywhere, not using a motorbike, and walk.
Okay, so less kind of motor-powered vehicles and more human-powered vehicles. We're talking about environmental protection here. What can we do to protect the mermaids? We've come up with some good ideas. Come and have a seat. Have you got any ideas? No? Are you worried about mermaid deaths? No, don't seem to be worried that much. Anyway, yep. What one thing could you do?
Well, I just want to say that mermen could take over the earth.
They could?
Because once in the museum I saw a dead merman, and he had really, really sharp teeth, and he looked
so they've got sharp teeth.
Really spooky.
But are they going to be any good at getting onto the land with their kind of fish-like feet?
But is it Ariel, the mermaid who became human? I kind of wonder, was it Ariel? Ariel. She became human, but she lost her voice.
Yeah.
And I think if we like polluting the oceans and the seas, then like we're not really like it's a shame that we can't hear like what the mermen and mermaids are saying. So I think we should like focus on like developing some kind of a software to translate the speech, because maybe they've got some good ideas as to how to protect it.
If we could somehow listen to the mermaids, then we'd find out what would they be saying though. What would actually mermaids and mermen, merfolk, what would they be saying if we could mermaids we're talking about at the moment. Are we doing enough to protect mermaids? No. What would they be saying, these mermaids? Mermaids? Any views on mermaids? Are we doing enough to protect them? Come and talk about it. Come and tell us what we can do. We've got the resources here at Southern Water to actually do something about it. So this is the moment. Yeah.
I think if we could talk to them, I think the mermaids would say you should stop using rubbish, and once you've got one plastic thing, like if you bought a packet of bread and then you had that bread bag, instead of buying another loaf of bread, you should make your own and keep it in that bag. So that's what my mum does.
Is that what your mum does? Does she recycle bread bags?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Does she make her own bread?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Okay. Sounds great. Mermaids we're talking about at the moment. What are we doing enough to protect mermaids? What could we do? Not sure. We've come up with a few ideas so far, like putting less plastic into the ocean, reusing bread bags, cycling more, driving less. What other stuff, like about listening to them a bit more?
Maybe we should think about other things we could do.
Yeah. I mean, what other things could we do?
We could think about what kind of things are bad if like they get sent into the ocean. And
what other things do you think are bad to put into the ocean?
Well, plastic bags I think are the worst.
Yeah, why?
Because if they go into the ocean, a sea creature could think it's something for them to eat. They could die, and also if they go inside, they might get trapped.
Okay, so plastic bags are pretty much the worst thing to go into the ocean. Do people agree on this side?
Yeah, I think so. I think like plastic should be like reduced, but it's very hard to do because plastic is so cheap and people just use it all the time. And I think people now know that it's bad, but it's hard not to use it. Like for instance, they banned the straws, but you still get people like serving you drinks with straws. And I wonder whether like they just like are they allowed to like run out of their stock, like kind of like run down the stock?
Yeah.
Or should they be like penalised now? Because it's
would you like to see people giving away plastic straws penalised, and how?
They should have to eat them.
Really?
You should have to eat the straw if you think this is like good for the environment. Or if you're using it, like how about you cook it like and eat it?
Okay, so you have to eat a kind of straw soup with straws in it. You agree?
I don't agree because if you eat some stuff which you're not supposed to eat, you could die.
Okay, so that could be a bit dangerous.
So it's the same like with fish. Like if you don't think about it and throw some plastic into the sea, then the fish dies. So I'm saying, if you're happy to like kill off fish,
isn't that a bit tough justice though?
Yeah, but
I think that's what you're saying, isn't it?
But I think this is but we got to the point where we have to like
you have to be
take
strong.
severe measures because people just like dilly-dally.
Okay, so we need to take this seriously.
Yeah, we have to.
Okay. Are we doing enough to protect our oceans? That's what we're talking about here. Should people be made to who give away straws be made to eat their own straws? Is that the last straw?
I think that we should just throw them into an unreachable place off the sea, so that the fish and the other creatures in the sea can't die.
So put them into a part of the sea that's unreachable. Is that going to work? You think that will that work? Putting the plastic in a faraway part of the sea?
Yeah, I think that would work, and also I think charging people 5p for them, because that's definitely worked with carrier bags. So
for straws.
Yeah, same with straws. 5p straw.
Yeah.
I think you'd get rid of them.
Okay, so we're talking about at the moment. We're talking about ocean waste. Is it endangering the mermaids and mermen? Come and have a seat around the table of chat. Come on, give us a couple of minutes. It's free. There's no commitment, and your views will not be taken too seriously either. At the moment, we're talking about are we doing enough to protect the oceans? There was a lot of concern about mermaid deaths, them getting washed up on the beaches, and especially carrier bags and stuff like that, and straws. Should they even be allowed to exist? That's what we're talking about now.
At school, at assembly, one of the teachers found rubbish on the floor, and she picked some up, and then she brings it in to show us, and we talked about them in assembly. And the worst stuff is plastic.
Plastic is the worst thing. I mean, we've got these people from Czech Republic. But they're not worried about the oceans because they don't have any. Yeah, they don't have any seas, so they can just throw away plastic. You do care. Okay, they do care. Even though you've got no seas.
Because it's about the world.
Okay, so it does matter. Even if you don't live by the sea, it still matters.
And also, I think if you send it to a place where nothing grows and nothing can get to it, it can still float away onto an island. And some islands are actually, like, the whole beaches are covered with rubbish.
Okay, so
scattered everywhere.
So in a way, it doesn't matter where you throw your rubbish. It's going to end up going to the island. It's going to end up in the sea. Hello, what's your name? We have got you've swapped around now. We've got Farah, we've got Star, we've got Blake. Okay, we've got Blake. Where's Star?
I think she's over there.
Okay, and we've got Margot, we've got Hala, and we've got some people from Czech, and my name's Mikey. So, what are your names? Lucas and Lucy. Elizabeth, okay. Where do we want to take this conversation?
So what are the problems in Czech Republic? Like, what do people worry about?
Yeah, so they worry about the oceans, because right now here, it's a very big subject, this question of all the plastic bags going into the sea. Is it a concern in Czech about the plastic waste? Come and have a seat.
Where's the man?
What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew, this is Farah and Lucas and Lucy and Blake and Star over there, but they're not really here right now, so we don't worry about them. And we've got Margot and Hala and Mikey. When we're talking about plastic waste, we came onto this subject because of a concern for mermaids. Are mermaids getting washed up dead on the beach because of plastic waste and because of the pollution going on in our oceans? What can we actually do to actually solve the problem? Dredging,
yeah.
You think just going
in there, getting nets and just dredging?
Yeah.
But I don't know, or finding something that could connect to plastic.
So you can all sort of stick together.
Yeah, statically charge it somewhere.
In a way, there must be some kind of technical solution to actually sort of fix it.
Yeah, but it's got to be without harming the wildlife.
Okay.
As well.
Is there a way to fix it? Well, you had a point over here, Margot.
I just wanted to ask whether it's possible to drink tap water in Czech. Można pić wodę z kranu w Czechach? Nie. Można. I nie jest zatruta.
Yeah.
You can drink.
Come and have a seat.
You can drink tap water in Czech, but you know, one guy from Czech, he's some engineer or something like this, and he did some bacteria which can eat plastic.
Okay, so they've come up with an idea.
By mistake.
Yeah.
They made it by mistake through a synthetic process and made this bacteria that could eat plastic. Apparently, I don't know how true it is.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
We can save our world.
Okay, so is that okay? So there are some inventions that are actually going.
I was from Czech.
He's from yeah. Are people very clever in Czech? Are people very clever there?
I think we have maybe best like the doctors on the world.
Okay.
We have really good high school for medicine.
Okay.
Our president,
you like the first one?
president who took over Czech Republic, because it was Czechoslovakia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he died though, didn't he?
Okay.
No. It was Tomáš Garrigue Masaryk, and we just celebrate 100 years of our country, like of our republic.
Okay.
And you know what did England in Second World War?
Tell us.
I'm pretty sure like somebody maybe from the English government kill like his son, like
assassination.
Yeah.
No. I mean Tomáš Garrigue Masaryk had son.
Yeah.
And he was like.
So some English people killed him.
No, because it was like when start like the Second World War.
Yeah.
English.
Yeah.
England and France did like deal with Hitler.
Right.
Because they was thinking if they will make deal with him with Adolf Hitler, they can save like English people, but it wasn't true.
So in a way that
I remember that they tried to do they tried to tell them to stop making too many submarines and that they would go into an agreement.
Yeah.
But Hitler was like no. But it was the Kaiser who even though Hitler ran the party, it was the Kaiser who wasn't happy because of all the trains we made, the train lines all through like Spain and France. Yeah. And it was we had the direct line to Africa where all the diamonds was coming, all the oil was coming, and the Kaiser could see that we had all this, movement of sources which they weren't getting as much of and had to pay for.
Right.
So he was like, no, I'm not having any of your deals going on because I want Gibraltar and I want all your train lines at a cheaper price. And that was another reason why they went to war.
Okay, so it's in a way it's about resources. Come and have a seat. We're kind of trying to solve world problems here, learning from history. Is it going to be the same when it comes to plastic? Is there going to be a war over plastic or?
I don't know, but I think I wonder whether people were worrying about the environment back in the day, like for instance, like times of Second World War and stuff. Oh,
give us a final thought before you go, Lucas.
Final what?
Final thoughts.
Jakąś myśl, którą pan ma teraz, proszę powiedzieć.
Peace. Okay. Peace amongst humans and mermaids. Okay, so, but what is? How do we? With love. Okay, so love leads to peace. Because earlier on we were actually talking about there was some worry about how the world was going to end. People were worried about Donald Trump. They were worried about robots taking over.
Well, we've got robots already. Like they've been invented for many years.
Yeah.
It's the money that they didn't have to make them. It wasn't that we didn't have the technology. We just didn't have the money to put into projects.
Yeah.
Hitachi have now just brought out a campaign that they've got innovation in technology with robots.
Yeah.
And we've got all sorts of work with like people with bionic arms and ligaments and that. So if we can do that for humans to use on their hands and their feet and stuff like that, we can retrospectively have robots fully functioning as a human.
Yeah.
Just obviously it's the AI side of it being what it is. Like it's not real. Like.
So you think that robots can actually be good for us? Can they help us with the environment? Can they help us fix the environment?
You could send a robot into the sea, picking up plastic pieces, and it was not going to do any energy efficiency to it, other than running solar powered. So it could be solar powered. It could be hydro powered. Have like little motors on it where the water turns it to keep kinetic energy going.
Hang on a sec, Matthew. We've got a new face. Basically, this is Talkaoke Freeform Talk Show. Right now, we're talking about can robots save the environment? Could you send a robot into the sea to clean up all the plastic? That's what we're talking about right now. We have got Matthew, we've got Farah, we've got Blake, and we've got Star. What's your name?
Numa.
Come and take a seat for a couple of minutes. And we've got Margot and we've got Hala.
I'm studying English in Brighton.
Okay, where are you from?
Brazil.
Brazil, so you speak Portuguese?
Okay.
No, I can't speak, but I'm just putting a call out for any Portuguese speakers to help. But welcome to the table. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that robots can help us because there's like this kind of plastic toy which is really invented, which can pick up stuff.
Okay,
like
so there's a plastic hand that's already been invented that can pick up rubbish. So surely robots can help us with the environment.
Water filtering system.
Yeah.
Maybe you could diverge the water into a certain way where all the plastic then gets into a current and we catch it and move it out.
Right.
So you could make like a canal system where this water can be pushed to.
Yeah.
And direct it, and you put the wave breakers in to direct the water. I mean, there's also the microplastic beads.
Right.
These little beads that have been found going into fish food and then going into our system.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you even pour a glass of water, right?
Yeah.
You go to a shop and buy a bottled water and look through it and look at the lines on your hand and compare the water. It'll be clear as day. Now you pour tap water and look at the lines of your hand because it's magnified through the light of the water, and you compare the bits you can see against the lines of your hand is in comparison to how small things are, and you will see so many small things
in the tap water.
Yeah. They reckon they put like fluoride in and stuff, and it's like, well, when you brush your teeth, it says to try to spit and not to swallow because you need the fluoride to stick to your teeth. Right. So if you're drinking fluoride in water when it's advised not to when you brush your teeth, why is that there?
Okay, so concerns about the water. There's a couple of threads here. Where do we want to go with this? Do we want to talk about the water? Is the water that we drink pure enough? Do we want to talk about the ability of robots to clean and help the sea? Were you going to say something?
Oh no, so the robots are back. The girls have brought the robots back.
The robots are back.
I was just wondering because like they were saying about, you know how they say you can't really reuse your like plastic bottle. You can't keep on refilling it. You have to like have the special plastic or something, because they reckon in like next 20 years or something you will have like the particles of plastic just like everywhere alongside of fluoride and all those kind of things. I wonder like how the hell do you get it out of the water, like, because very soon we're just gonna be like Mendeleev's fucking
are there tiny little particles of plastic in the water, and are they dangerous to us? What's your name?
Emma.
Emma?
The answer to the fluoride is there isn't actually any fluoride in the UK water, so it would be considered mass medication, so it would need a referendum to approve it, so that's why there's no fluoride in the UK water. There is in Australia, and I think there is in America.
Because Birmingham, it was very well known. I'm from Leicestershire, and Birmingham had fluoride put in their water. They used to write it in the papers. The reason there's better dental care in Birmingham in the West Midlands was because they were putting fluoride in the water.
They've got better teeth than
us, yeah.
Okay.
As you can see. That.
Okay, so are they putting fluoride? You're saying there's no fluoride in the water. What about this question about the plastic? What about the plastic? Is there plastic in our water?
Technically, wouldn't there be plastic particles and everything?
Is that so? Maybe that. Okay. Numa, have you got a view on this? Plastic in the water? Are you worried about it?
I think the plastic itself on the beach.
Yeah.
I think because the government don't stop the plastic in the earth.
Yeah.
Plastic.
So you think the government could do more? There's a lot of plastic on this beach here. Is the plastic just going to get everywhere in the end? Farah?
Are we going to be on TV?
Are going to be on the internet.
Okay.
I wonder because, like, if you say that the I can't actually say it. You know what I'm trying to say, fluoride.
Yeah.
If it kind of sticks to your teeth or like kind of helps fortifying your teeth and causes people to have healthy teeth, I wonder what's going to happen if like particles of plastic like attaches themselves to like body parts or like the internal organs. I mean, can we create like a positive plastic?
Yeah.
if plastic got stuck into any part of your organs, it's going to get irritated where that's stuck.
Yeah.
Now, say for instance in your lungs, there's a bacteria that can live in your lungs, but the scar tissue prevents it from going further and spreading into your lungs. This is in everyone. Everyone's born with it.
Yeah.
But the scar tissue made from it prevents this bacteria from. So I think with this, these plastics and these chemicals and all sorts that are going in, they scar your internal organs that they don't function properly, and then maybe leading into other complications, and that's another, again, World Health problem.
Okay, so the plastic getting everywhere, are other people worried about it? Is it going to scar our internal organs? Is it just going to get everywhere?
It's supposed to dumb us down as well. They apparently put fluoride in the water because it dumbs us down and we don't think it outside the box about it. That's another suggestion they've put out there before.
Okay, is that...
Chemtrails, chemtrails, right? Check this out, I don't believe that they're like just like meant to be, because how is it, obviously these planes are on guided direct path lines by computer, so they know the very geographical location via latitude and longitude of where they exactly are.
So you think
they know where to dump the chemicals, and if you look at lines in certain places, you'll see triangles, and there's always triangles.
So Matthew, you're saying that chemicals are being
dispersed into the air, and I've watched them and they float so slowly, but why is it that a cloud keeps its form in the air, but yet these chemtrails that are supposed to be like not even, they're not even supposed to be there, like they just stay there floating, and they've eventually got to fall to the ground somewhere. Now where are they going to fall? On top of your house, on top of your head? And there is particles now falling from space through our bodies.
Okay. What do other people think about this? Are you worried about chemicals being, is there a deliberate policy to dump chemicals on us?
Things happening in this world on a kind of like, on micro level. Like for instance, we may think we know something, but I think there's a lot of science that goes into it. So for instance, I think it's important to kind of look into, look in a detailed way at things that we, for instance, eat or drink or whatever. I think it's totally fair to think about it, because if you don't, then like who knew some years back that plastic was so bad, but people kind of really analysed it. And I think it's important. It's just a good practice to break things apart and just like examine it.
So you've got to be sceptical about these things, and I
think it's healthy to be a little bit sceptical.
Hala?
I was just going to say that I think the ill effects of plastic have been known for years, and the amount of particles that you get in these kind of disposable bottles are really, really high, and there's been like loads of research into how much there is. But I think it comes down to the question of money. So these kind of bottles, the BPA-free ones, we could be using those and reusing those, but it's just a question of money.
You could chip them.
What do you mean?
You could chip a bottle, right? So that they're individually programmed to that person.
Put a microchip in them.
And then if they get rid of it, they get fined. If they don't, and then everyone's given a bottle to the household.
Yeah.
They make it a government-funded project that every household gets a bottle.
Yeah.
And then they'll say, right, there is no more bottled water in the UK. You've got your bottle. If you ain't got it, don't have it. Like literally.
Okay.
I drank rainwater last night, and I'm fine. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
I got it rained that bad. I got a piece of card and I turned it into a triangle shape, and I turned it upside down. As it dripped, I drank the water, and here I am alive.
You're not worried about the chemicals from the chemtrails?
Well, yeah, of course. I was worried about all the acidity in the water, all the chemicals from the rain.
But you're still here.
But I'm still here breathing. So.
Okay. Numa?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Obrigado.
In Brazil, don't have the articulation about the plastic, the people on the beach.
So people are not aware of it in Brazil?
Don't have it now. It's very important idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Obrigado. So we've got a few visualizations here that Rick's doing. This is the apocalypse button, and Donald Trump is thinking about it. And can we just have the other one, maybe the mermaid collection visualization? Okay, so Save the Mermaids campaign, maybe. It's a merman, yeah. Or is it the merfolk?
Could be they're not gender. They're gender fluid, aren't they, merfolk?
Yeah, it must be gender fluid. Yeah. Okay, so
If fish eat plastic, and then we get that fish and then we eat it, we might die from that.
Yeah. So you're worried about eating plastic as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so it seems to be everyone is worried about eating plastic. Has anyone ever seen a piece of plastic in their food?
I've never seen a piece of plastic in a food, but I've seen sharks that have been caught and they've found all sorts of rubbish inside their stomach.
Right.
Channel 4 did a documentary where they dissected certain animals and that, and they showed pictures of scenes where villagers and that had caught fish or caught big fish, and they found all sorts of. Even one had a bicycle in them.
A bicycle.
A bicycle, half a bicycle inside the gut.
Was it like a little child's plastic bicycle?
I can't remember, but it said like half a bike. Yeah, it was found in a whale or a shark or something like that.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Who do you think you should kind of like pay for this? Because it sounds like we all feel it's a good idea to reduce plastic. Should we stick it onto people's taxes or make them pay for it through their water bottle?
If you put it on the taxes, then they got to make more taxes to replenish what money you've just took from all the other systems in place. Government isn't about just law. Government is about business, protecting business.
So see what you're saying. What you're saying is that if you take it from tax, then you end up having to make more money and pay it for it in a different way. Come and have a seat on the table of chat. At the moment we're talking. Yes, you. We're talking about plastic waste. What's the way to? This came up because Farah was saying that mermaids are dying on our beaches, and it's down to plastic and mermen and merfolk, and it's down to plastic pollution.
It's terrible.
But what is the answer to it? At the moment we're talking about
Get rid of plastic.
But what? I mean, who's going to pay for it? How? I mean, Matthew suggested this thing where you got a bottle given to you by the government, and it's kind of microchipped to your name, so you can't lose it.
Yeah.
Would that be a way to do it? But if we do that, who's going to pay for it? We've got Margot, we've got Harla, we have got.
Why don't we all decide?
Emma, and we've got Matthew and Farah and Star, and I'm Mikey. Come and have a seat. We're talking about plastic. Well, come on. Plastic. How do we get rid of plastic? I see you've got a metal bottle there, but your friend's got a plastic bottle. So is there what is it? How do we encourage people to use less plastic? That's what we're talking about. What's your name?
Tracy.
Tracy. Have you got a view on this?
Yeah, I think in shops it's just plastic everywhere, so I think we have to do something, whether we charge extra for them to package it in that, but eventually I think we need to be going towards cardboard, less plastic.
Yeah.
Everything is packaged in plastic.
Yeah.
You get McDonald's, how much crap is there that we throw away? Is it necessary?
Yeah.
You get like a salad box from like Waitrose. I mean, not that I shop in Waitrose, far from it, can't afford it, but it's all full of plastic.
So there's a problem with the salad box in Waitrose. Should that be a cardboard box?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we've got another. So we got. Hang on a sec. We've got another couple of new faces. What's your name?
Maddie.
And
Lauren.
Was it Lauren?
Lauren.
And we got Matthew. What were you going to say?
If you wanted to really have a solution to stopping plastic without having to be people paying for it, we all know that the monetary system now is digitalised on a computer and it's just numbers on a screen, so why don't we just make every number on the screen effectively for everybody instead of dividing the rich and the poor? And
okay, so change the money system.
Theresa May was like, I'm going to bring back
so you think
poverty side.
Instead of worrying about how we pay for it, change the money system so that in a way that just
we all have a meal, we all have a house, we all ban plastic and live in peaceful harmony. There we go.
What do you think about this idea? What's the way, as far as you're concerned, to have less plastic?
No, people just need to try and reuse what they've got and try and buy fresh things.
Yeah, reuse, buy fresh things. Lauren, have you got any views on this?
Same as what she said.
Yeah, I see. Is that a metal bottle you've got there?
Yeah.
Or is it kind of?
It keeps it cold. That's why I use it.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Thanks.
Okay, Farah, what were you going to say?
Well, I think that if we're going to get rid of plastic, I think we should leave it to the government to actually do that, since they're basically mostly in charge.
Yeah.
And I think they should take the responsibility to do it.
Will the government take responsibility? Do people?
No, but surely there's other products we can use, not plastic. Why is plastic so prevalent in everything that we do.
I think it's cheap. Just because it's cheap at the minute, it's cheap to produce, and until it stops being the cheapest option, we'll keep on doing it as consumers. And I think, to go to Sarah's point, I think it's the government's role to sort it out.
I think maybe corporations, because they are effectively the ones who are capitalizing on. So it won't be from the taxes, but like if your company is producing plastic, then part of that business is that you will pay this much for being able to capitalize on it.
So what you're saying, there should be a kind of tax on if you produce something in plastic.
Yeah, that's perfect. That is
you like that idea?
Yeah, that's
okay. When you produce, say for example, your plastic bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel bad about it because I've got one too. But should the company, that's an Evian bottle, should Evian have to pay to make that bottle?
The thing is I think that they would pass those costs straight back to the consumer. So your £1 bottle today will become £2. So we'll end up paying for it.
And you can stop inflation on the products in the consumer markets. So you could say, right, we've made this. We've made you pay for this product to be made.
So let me just get a final thought from Laura. Have you got a final thought? What's the one thing you could do to sort of improve the environment?
Give people free metal bottles to reuse.
Okay, could give people free metal bottles. Okay, Lauren, have you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, Tracy, final thought.
I really do think that our food should not be packaged in plastic. It's carcinogenic as well, like heating up plastic microwave meals. The oils in that plastic must go into that food.
Right.
So cancer is horrendous at the moment anyway, we all know that, and it seems on the rise, so there is a link there, definitely.
Who do you think needs to get on top of it? Is it the companies, the government?
Yeah, the government. They should insist that no food is packaged in plastic. Use cardboard, use something else,
so
not plastic.
Make it a law.
Absolutely. Or levy, as we said earlier, levy charges on it to these big companies that are making thousands and millions. Anyway,
okay, so get the companies to pay for it. Thank you, Tracy. Come and have a seat. Sit.
No, one opinion.
Have a sit down. Sit down.
I'm standing.
Oh, come and sit down. It makes me nervous when you. Yeah, well, sit down. Sit down for. There's no commitment. No commitment. What's your name?
Jamie.
Jamie, what are you going to say?
To save the environment, we need to shut down Las Vegas. It's lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
If I put the TV on standby, I'm not saving the planet, but you got Las Vegas lit up like a Christmas tree.
So is it just Las Vegas? What about the lights? The lights
in a whole day, like Bitcoin, running Bitcoin from the servers, the electricity that's used to mine and run Bitcoin is using enough electricity as the country of Australia.
Okay. And what about Las Vegas? Is that a problem? What about the lights here on the seafront? Should we shut down the pier as well?
No, I like the pier.
Okay, the pier. But isn't Las Vegas a bit like the pier? Isn't it like
because I'm not from Las Vegas.
Okay,
I live in Brighton.
All right, so Brighton gets to stay illuminated. Maybe the Amex Stadium only needs one floodlight rather than 4.
True, like this whole kind of like light and electricity, not pollution, but like using of the electricity is like, is it really necessary? And the same with plastics. Like, if the price of packaging and food and all these things kind of increases, then maybe that's fine. Maybe it's going to be temporarily high, and then it will just level out again. Because just because I want this thing doesn't mean that I have to have it. It probably doesn't.
Okay.
And maybe you'll just kind of let people think more introspectively. It's actually analyze: do I actually need it? Do I need this? Whatever.
Yeah.
Or
Okay, so in a way, we've just got to swallow that cost, just as the mermaids have swallowed all the plastic.
And bicycles.
And bicycles, yeah. That was a shark that swallowed the bicycle.
We don't know. Something.
Okay.
I think that
Thank you.
Plastic is so bad, since with plastic bottles, when you get them, plastic water bottles where you can reuse them, if you drop them and they fall over and stuff, they can easily break. But with metal ones, when you drop them, they don't really break.
The metal's a bit tougher.
And my mum had to buy about 7 plastic water bottles to reuse because they kept on breaking. And
so
now
you think
metal ones.
Metal is better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any views on this? Have you been listening to the conversation?
I was helping a customer, but
I can feel you back in on what's happening.
I have one metal bottle and one plastic bottle.
Okay.
But I reuse the plastic one.
My issue with the metal bottles is I keep on losing them. But then you had that idea that it could be microchip, so that you would get it back.
Yeah. You could get penalties. You could get penalties like for instance, you could have like a weight thing on it, that knows that you've got water in it, by tipping it, and it'll know if you've been drinking from your bottle or not. And if it's been stagnant and not moving for like say a month, they'll write you a letter like, why aren't you using your bottle?
Right.
What have you been using to drink water?
Okay.
And then they'll have to be reprimanded.
Isn't that a bit too invasive?
Well, they've made laws invasive on privacy data. That I've had emails for thousands of emails on data privacy laws. I mean, that's been annoying. I mean, how much electricity's been used in that alone?
Okay.
Just to tell me, can you be a part of us, please? Like,
are you talking about this GDPR thing?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just the same.
It had to come up.
It's just the same. It's just the same retrospect. You know, like you were there, getting forced upon you because I own an email address.
Yeah.
You know, so if I owned the bottle, you know, I've got to have a letter saying, you know, you're not using it properly.
Okay, so
you're gonna get fined.
It's part of the same thing. If what's that?
I'd get fined. I'm terrible. I lose everything all the time. So bad.
What do you think? Is it a bit too invasive for the government to know how much water you're drinking? Or
yeah, I think probably people know a bit too much about my food habits from a Tesco club card anyway.
Okay, so in a way you're already hearing.
Don't need to know about my snacking.
Are you? I mean, okay, this is another question. It's a little bit of a. But are you worried about companies and the government knowing too much about all your information about what you're buying at Tesco's? Or
yeah, it is a bit worrying sometimes when you get the targeted ads.
Yeah.
And it's something that you just spoke to someone about, and then it's suddenly up on your Facebook or on your internet, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe that's not so great.
Okay, so you are a little bit worried. Are you worried about it, Matthew?
Yeah, I didn't have a bank card for 10 years. I stayed off the grid. For a very long time. I've only had a bank card for 2 years.
What made you come back onto the grid?
Just getting a place to live off home. Well, I was a squatter and a hippie and an activist, whatever. But I went and got a flat, and I've had to have a bank card. I've had to, to get a job and stuff. I've integrated back in, but like I'm literally still off the grid. I don't use Facebook really. I only have email for job purposes. I don't have cards that they can track me on. I've got a provisional license.
So you are definitely worried about companies.
I don't let them watch me about anything. Like they send me ads all the time for the same stuff. They also on Facebook they also force the same stuff, like the same people to you. Like they'll be like, oh, your friend's online, but they won't tell you that your other friend's online.
Okay, so the Facebook is kind of controlling a bit who should and shouldn't be your friends.
Yeah, of course. And by showing posts of your friends, like you'll see less of you. I've got like on my new account, I have like 500 or so friends, but I constantly see the same people because I message them.
Okay.
They go, oh, he's messaged her or he's messaged him, so we're going to keep him seeing all their stuff that I just stay in contact with them.
Okay. Emma, are you worried about this kind of thing, about Facebook deciding who you should be friends with?
I am worried, but then also I don't care at the same time. I'm pretty placid about the whole thing.
I mean, is it so? I mean, going back to, because the kids have gone now, but they don't seem to be as worried about all these things about, like.
Because they're not shown to be. They're not being shown enough.
Are you worried about who's tracking you and signing up to? When you're on Minecraft, are you worried about Minecraft knowing about what you're building?
Well, sometimes I do worry about what I'm building.
Yeah.
Since, like when I destroyed what I was making, I was worried. Well, at the same time, I was excited but worried about what the bucket of lava would do.
But are you worried about what Minecraft Corporation know about you?
No, not really, since I'm using one of my dad's iPads.
Oh, I see. So you've got your dad's iPad, so they think it's your dad's. Are you worried about what Facebook knows about you, about what all the companies know about you? No? You're not that bothered? Is it more of an old person's thing that old people are more worried about it? Like, like my dad's not on Facebook. Come and take a seat.
I'm just trying to change the scenery as well.
Change the scenery, yeah. Maybe, hello? Come down.
You can sit down as well.
Come and sit down. This is a freeform talk show. I feel we need a new idea. Maybe we need a new host in the middle. Would you like to have a go in the middle? No. You want to have a go in the middle? Yeah, you can have a go in the middle. Would you want to have a quick go? All right. Okay. We're back onto our training program. Farah's going to have a very quick go.
Can I just give this to my mum?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, maybe in this case we should get final thoughts for this session. Any final thoughts for this session, Matthew?
My final thoughts is that if anyone can make a difference, the best website to go on is 33degrees.com or org.
Yeah. What is that?
Where you can make a petition to sign of change or change.org.
Oh, 38 degrees.
I did one on the Homeless Housing Act, and the response I got was unbelievable. I had people telling me their stories about their experiences with the council and stuff. You know, single mums, families, and that. You can do that with housing, with the environment. You can go on 33 degrees, message anyone on there, and say you want to make a difference, and they'll just campaign your idea out there, get signatures, and then take it to the bills through the House of Lords and get laws changed.
Okay, so that actually works, and it's a good way to get your story across. Okay, let's just get a final thought for this session. We're going to keep going. We're going to have Farah in the middle.
Okay, my final thought is I'm excited about mermaids. I would like to see one, and I'm a little bit worried about the plastic.
Okay.
I'm not a little bit worried. I'm significantly worried, but I'm also I would like to see a mermaid or a merman.
Okay.
And I just wonder what the best beaches are for that.
Where is the best beach to see a mermaid or a merman? Do they appear on the same beaches?
I believe they're in Greece somewhere, just off a rock, singing to sailors.
Okay.
There's about 5 of them.
Yeah.
They're always singing.
Go to Greece. You've got to go to Greece. Final thought for this session?
I wasn't aware previous to this session about the plight of the merfolk, so I'm really, now I can campaign and maybe make a petition to help them.
Maybe you can make a merfolk petition.
A merfolk, gender neutral, mer people.
Yeah.
So I want to help now. I want to do something.
All right. Final thought for this session, Harla? Farah's going to have a go in the middle.
Yeah. Oh wow. Cool. Yeah, just lots of concern about plastic and the environment, which is pretty cool.
Are you surprised by the level of passion about plastic?
Yeah, I am. Lots of really kind of different views about it, from kind of taxation to the health implications due to chemtrails. So it's all been pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Broad,
Okay, in you come, Farah. Let's give her a round of applause. The first time in the middle. I'm just gonna you can climb over or under. It's kind of up to you. I always like to go over.
I'm just gonna go this way and go under.
Okay, you go under. So the first thing you need to do is just ask everyone's name around the table. Do you want this mic as well? A second mic. Okay. Okay, so in the middle, you've got to get other people's opinions. So you have to don't say what you think, but just find out what other people think.
Okay.
Put that on your lap or something. Just hold that there, and just get everyone's name to start with, and ask them.
What's your name?
Emma.
Harla.
Margot.
Mikey.
And Matthew.
My name's Farah.
Do you want to spin around?
Whee! I got.
Maybe we could start off by just. Maybe we could start off by just looking at some of the pictures that Rick's made in the meantime, just as a sort of start for this session. So, is this on an island of? I can't really see it that well. It's an island of plastic.
I don't know.
An island, it's maybe plastic.
Castaway?
It's Castaway. It's a lot of the ideas. It's the apocalypse and the being someone stuck on an island of plastic, basically.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Is it possible to create life on a plastic island? I'll be quite curious to know. And what would that look like? Would people grow food on it? I just wonder.
Where we're sort of running out of space on land and 2/3 of the Earth's surface is water, maybe we should be using this plastic to create islands. If we could somehow condense it together, then you could get more living space and solve some of the kind of homeless problems at the same time.
Maybe we could use the plastic bottles to build houses or buildings that are basically efficient, because if this plastic doesn't, like they say, degrade and it lasts very long, why don't we turn it into some sort of windows what are made of plastic, or we could use it in a different source that it's not going to be on landfill, we are losing space. We've built everything from under the ground onto the top of it, you know, or we could make it float really light and make it fly in the air, you know, like put like helium in the bottles and just let them go to space if they can. I mean, surely they won't pop, or like the plastic, they can't. You know, balloons pop because the pressure around them. But it goes against the helium, and the helium isn't strong enough. But in a plastic bottle, maybe the helium will stay dense enough to keep floating into space. And all them satellites that are floating, all that rubbish that's in space floating, maybe we could just send it up there. I mean, I had an idea for a tunnel once that went from land up to space, and it just sucked air up, and whatever you had, it just went into space. Boom, gone.
What about other like beings living in space and then if they just like suddenly like got rained on with like lots of plastic and like general crap, like.
Yeah. Well, so, I mean, space is a big place. So you've got Farah, you've got somebody over there wants to say something. Pass the microphone over. But yeah, space is really big. So maybe space is the ideal dumping ground for all human waste.
No, I was going to say in Lagos in Nigeria they build on the lagoons. There's a lot of rubbish in the lagoons, and they build shacks on the lagoons as extra housing for the cheap housing on the lakes, basically. So yeah.
On the lake itself.
Yeah, there's like a whole community kind of growing on there. Yeah.
You can make greenhouses by connecting plastic bottles together. And basically the sunlight goes through the plastic bottles and it helps the photosynthesis of plant life inside.
I also heard about this thing where I can't remember whether you like take bottle tops or something like that, and then people can like line them together. No, actually it was like just the funnel of the bottles, and then if you kind of put them together, they create an aircon system, and they keep their place warm. Well, not massively warm, but like couple of degrees warmer or cooler in the summer. And they started putting that up in some like little sheds in like hot countries and stuff. I don't know.
Maybe we could actually make, because we've got this shelter here which is made from plastic, but maybe we could, instead of making it from new plastic, we could make it from, no, I was thinking from water bottles. So we've got a series of come and join. You see, you've got some extra interest.
Come and join us.
So you've got some extra people. That's your job in the middle, is to get people to come and sit down. So, mate, what you can do is you can ask them a question, like say, "Are we using our plastic bottles enough?" or something like that, and then they will get interested. Even better.
So I have a swimsuit made out of plastic bottles. Not like just plastic, like it looks like a swimsuit. A swimsuit made out of plastic bottles, but I was thinking, I wonder if Southern Water could make their pipes out of plastic. So all the pipes are made, we could recycle the plastic and make some really big pipes.
Or like or release like Southern Water style swimwear. Which would be recyclable, innovative, and you can make some money on it, and cool, right? And then money you make, it's just gonna get you like really big on all social media and stuff. And then all the money you make, you can then reinvest into like plastic piping and stuff.
Do you think people would wear the swimsuit if it was made out?
Wear it. If you do it in the shape of a merman's like tail.
Okay. But would you wear it if it was made out of our wastewater pipes that have been recycled? That's the real question. You would?
I would.
Excellent.
They're clean at first.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know.
So one of the things that Southern Water is doing is they're going to put fountains down Brighton Beach so that people that have these bottles or metal bottles or stuff can fill up the water, get the water for free.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Come on, Farah, you've got to be moving the microphone around. I feel like you kind of got a little bit. Farah, I feel like you're not really kind of you've got to be at the centre of this conversation. I feel like you've kind of like lost interest in this swimsuit idea. But anyway, water fountains. Maybe you could recap some of the ideas that people have said. What have people been saying?
Well, they've been saying about making swimsuits out of stuff we can recycle.
Okay.
Maybe we could use the plastic bottles instead of like. I'm sorry, I forgot your name, but you said taking the top off and using it as an air filtering system. The bottoms of the bottle, any vegetables that you use from the supermarket, you can put a stick through and keep it at the surface of the water, and all vegetables re-root and regrow. So all these vegetables you're buying from the shop and all these bottles that you're buying from the shop, you could cut your bottle top off and you could put the root vegetable back into the top of the water, and not only are you regrowing vegetables that you've brought from the supermarket, but you're also stopping the waste of the plastic bottles because you're keeping it at home as something is use, and you're getting again free more veg and helping the environment.
I also think like this whole kind of like, I think we just need to, I think everybody's like really used to the fact that plastic is bad and stuff, and I think we just need to like rebrand this whole concept again, like somehow just like make it popular but in a kind of new way. I don't know what that new way would be, but people are just like, oh yeah, plastic's bad anyway, move on. Yeah, you need to have another power, and I think maybe creating swimwear out of drain pipes is great.
I think the swimwear range is good, and the fact that we've got Rick here that can visualise stuff is that we can actually get him to visualise a new range of Southern Water swimwear. Because we've got the tools to do it, so I think we should just be getting straight on and doing it. Now's the time. I think the mermaid theme would be big.
I'm good at designing.
What's that?
I am good at designing.
You could do it. Okay. Do you have something to say about the swimwear?
Well, I've got a really good idea.
Okay.
Yes.
The only thing is, in the middle, you're not really allowed to come out. So maybe you have to jump out and then and tell us your idea from the outside. Are you going to do it, or do you want to stay in the middle and keep stum about your idea?
I want to stay in the middle.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the way it goes. But I guess I've got a chance to go on the outside. I really like this kind of mermaid swimwear line. I think it could be big, and the merman as well, because I think the mermen have kind of been in the shadow of mermaids.
Mermaids, they're dying. Come and join them.
Help save the mermaids.
Actually, I want to come out and say.
Oh, you want to come out? Okay, well, let's give Farah a big round of applause. Do you want to have a go in the middle? Okay, we're going to have our resident mermaid, Margot, is going to have a go in the middle. Margot. Let's give Farah another huge round of applause. But actually, I think you've got something that you wanted to say about the mermaid swimwear design. In the meantime, Margot's going to go in. We're going to keep the flow going, as we like to. What did you want to say?
I wanted to say that I thought that, like, with some girl swimwears, they could wear this, like, you know, sometimes that mermaids wear, like, shell bikinis. Yeah. I think they could wear that, like, a design in their, and then wear this kind of scaly skirt. And then I thought boys could, like, have a...
Hello. Come and join us, guys, by the way.
Basically... have some shorts which look like scales.
Okay.
And
so
stuff.
A kind of scaly look, basically. I'll hand it back over to you, Margot, and let you get this next session underway.